Okay, we are live. Okay, this is a video about something amazing and magical. If you are a woman, if you are female, this can totally up-level your life and your health, your emotional, mental, financial, like satisfaction, joy, peace, happiness, intuition, big time, big time intuition. This can transform everything in your life really rapidly. Oh my goodness. It's absolutely amazing. And it's something that took me decades to find. I was not taught it. I was not connected to it. I was not aware of this. And at first, it took me. Should I tell you what it is? Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. It's feminine, or femininity, feminine energy, feminine superpowers and abilities. What happens when our own feminine energy is able to express and flow? Holy cow. I cannot express enough. Holy cow. Okay. So everyone has masculine and feminine within them, which is awesome. And we can pull on both. We can do whatever we need to do. And the light side of femininity, it's in its healthy, thriving state, is phenomenal and like a big surprise for me. A big surprise. I keep getting surprised as I continue my own journey and progress, allowing my own feminine energy to be in its full capacity. I keep getting surprised all the time. It's just like nonstop miracles and excitement. It's fantastic. It's possible as a woman to live a lot in your masculine, and that feels a certain way. I can make another video about that. That feels a certain way, and that has a certain addition to life when that's going on. But when we can live in our feminine, it's like out of this world. I'm serious. It is out of this world. It's outside of logic and reason. It's outside of what you could imagine or what you would think or expect or try to plan on. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Okay, so I've been interested in being in full thriving, whatever is our homeostasis state for health and thriving. I've been interested in that my whole life. It's like my soul's obsession, my whole lifetime long soul obsession, and it will continue being, it feels like, for my whole life. And so I've been in everything. I've been in everything. I've been in cognitive behavioral therapy. I've been in nutrition. I've been in psychology. I've been in social studies. I've been in relationship. I've been in communication. I've been in biomechanics and conditioning and health for all the different tissues in the body, all spirituality, all the things. Because I want to know everything that's part of us thriving. And this was a huge piece that was not like readily available. Holy cow, I did not encounter any books, any resources on this in all of my hunting, like decades of hunting. A video, if you have seen it, I posted a video 6 years ago called The Dark Side of Masculinity, sharing an epiphany I had that I had, from a wounded place, been terrified of the dark side of masculinity, masculine energy used, or like in its shadow side. I'd been so terrified of that I had subconsciously tried to prevent that, which resulted in me kind of like demeaning the men around me. Not nutritious, not helpful. And I didn't realize I was being and becoming the exact thing that I was terrified of. I was becoming the exact monster that I had been horrified of. It was a whole thing. So that was when I started having awareness of masculine and feminine energy, and I still didn't have any resources. So I continued hunting and searching and getting very triggered whenever I'd encounter some resources. So I did find a couple books that I listened to over the years, but I didn't even find them until like, I don't know, 4 years ago. One of them, and then found the other one 2 years ago, and like was collecting more information, like, okay, piecing it together. But then just wishing, like, man, there's so much more I still don't know and that I want like explained. I got to go on this big hunt. Got to just go on this big journey, seeking and piecing it together and collecting and collecting. And then I was having my own personal inspirations that were teaching me personally, like, oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just learned another little piece, another little piece, another little piece. This is going to take like a decade to like collect all the things and then put them into one place. And then, holy cow, people need this. Then I'm going to need to like write a book and do all the things. So guess what? I have amazing news, which is the purpose of this video. Someone's already done that. My good friend Allie Duzette did it. Bless her. Thank you, Allie, for all of the hours, years, decades, effort, research, money, paying for books, paying for resources and experiences to learn and gain awareness, plus her own, all of her lived effort. Like how it's a lot. It's so much to compile it, and then compiled it and did publish it. So there you go. I wanted to share this book. It will save you decades. It will save you decades of effort and exhaustion and confusion and frustration. I was being such a good masculine. I was like so committed. I wanted to do a good job. And I was in it, all in, being masculine, being in my masculine because I thought that's what would be good. And it did the opposite. It did a number on my life, and it did a number on my relationships, on my happiness level. I'm gonna cry. It did a number on everything in my life, and I didn't know why, and I didn't know what was happening, and it was very confusing, and I had a lot of confusion and like blame about life, about like just the ceiling above me that like I guess my life can't get better than this, and I don't know why. It did a big number on everything in my life. So I'm sharing it now. I'm very grateful that Allie's put together this resource because it can save you decades and decades of pain, and pain for all of your loved ones, and pain for like all the different areas of life. So please read it. I recommend it. I super recommend it. It's available on Audible. It's available paperback or like hard copy. It's available digitally. It's also available if you want to buy it from her website, so she makes even more money off of the audio version. You can buy it from her website, allieduzetclasses.com. I'm gonna cry because it would take 100 hours to explain everything that in my life that has been harmed by not having this knowledge and not having this awareness. And so I want to gift it to you. May we all save ourselves years of unneeded suffering and generations of unneeded suffering, and save and bring in crazy loads of miracles and awesomeness. So I didn't even get into that. But as I've witnessed women stepping into their feminine, the light side of feminine, which I call divine, like whatever is pure and the light side and the superpowers, because wounded feminine shows up very differently. As I've seen women step into the light side of femininity, it would also take 100 hours to explain the miracles and the amazingness and like all the things that I hoped and my heart wished and hoped I'd be able to experience during my earth life that felt so far out of reach, like crazy far out of reach, have all started flowing in really rapidly once I got more information about this. And as I've watched men step into the light side of masculinity, same thing, like it feels so good, and so right and amazing. I'm gonna cry about that too. Like, it's just beyond amazing. It's beyond amazing. So I highly recommend stepping into the light side of your masculine or feminine, whoever you are, whoever's watching. And if you want to read Allie's book, there happens to also be a group of people also studying femininity and also reading her book and also implementing into their life and also asking each other questions and sharing examples and ideas in a Facebook group that's available to you, and you could join the official, she mentions it in her book, official Magnetic Femininity support Facebook group or something. I'm gonna cry again, so I'm probably just gonna stop and go have a good cry of celebration for how amazing the world is now that this is more available. I want everyone to receive it. I want everyone to receive it. And Allie's also writing that masculinity book, which is awesome. Because again, I'm not near that point of being able to do that whole project, compile all the things, research all the things, put it together. So really grateful for that. And should men read the Magnetic Femininity book? Yeah, totally. Especially if your wife is reading it. Oh my gosh. If you guys read it together, you can just like both supercharge your healing and soul expansion. It's so good. All right, sending love to all of you. So sending love to everyone's healing journey. Our real selves are so amazing, and we get to experience more of them, more of our real self as we heal. It's phenomenal.